Let's go over the top 10 power forwards to target in your Yahoo Roto drafts coming up next on Beat the Odds. Don't go anywhere. Hello sports fans and welcome back to another episode of Beat the Odds. I've got my top 10 power forwards to draft in Roto Leagues. And if you like the sound of that, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and ring that notification bell so that way you don't miss an episode. I will be posting valuable fantasy basketball content all season long. Do you have a burning fantasy basketball question that you want an expert to answer? Ask me on Q. Go to askmeonq.com/beattheodds-NBA, submit your question, and I will give you a personal audio response right to your email. You can even send me screenshots of your team so that way I can use that in my review. It's super easy to do and it's a great way to get fantasy basketball advice while also supporting this channel. Now let's dive into the list here. At number 10, we have Pascal Siakam. Pascal's first full season as a member of the fast Pacers offense is going to be interesting to watch. You can say that Pascal's numbers took a slight dip after his trade from Toronto, likely due to him adjusting to his new team. His assists fell from 4.9 per game in Toronto to 3.7 per game in Indiana, so that will likely be what you can count on going forward. Siakam should be good for 20 points per game and is going to push for 8 rebounds as well this season. Let's go to number 9. We have Jaren Jackson Jr. Triple J's deficiencies in field goal percentage and rebounds are difficult ones to replace for a player that you're likely going to slot in at either power forward or center spots. He's going to be a huge asset in stocks and is actually a good player to target in the middle rounds if you haven't locked up a shot blocker. The Grizzlies are healthy again, so Triple J should be behind Ja and Desmond Bane on offense. Hopefully that means that his field goal percentage is going to improve this season. Let's go to number 8. We have Evan Mobley. I believe that Mobley is poised for a breakout season, and he's been a target of mine in every draft that I've been in. I think we'll see a jump in his scoring as he looks to be a bigger part of the offense in Cleveland. If that happens, and you combine that with a solid defensive presence, we could be looking at a top 5 power forward in the league. Mobley is a great complementary player to plug into any lineup. Let's go to number 7. We have Karl Anthony Towns. Cat is the scoring portion of the Twin Towers in Minnesota. He's free to roam on the perimeter on offense, and he doesn't have to get his hands too dirty on defense with Gobert in tow. He does get a bit of a boost in Roto Leagues because of his excellent free throw percentage, and he will carry center designation, of course, but he's better suited as a power forward as his 50% field goal percentage is not really what you want to see manning your center spot. All right, let's go to number 6. We have Giannis Antetokounmpo. For the novice fantasy basketball manager, you might scoff seeing Giannis this far down the list, but for the expert manager, you'll know that rostering Giannis means you have to be prepared to be last in your Roto League in free throw percentage and close to last in turnovers as well. That's a major hole in Roto to come back from. It does help that Giannis is elite in 4 categories, and if he can get his free throw percentage over 70%, he could return second round Roto value this season. Moving on to number 5, we have Scottie Barnes. Well, it's now Scottie Barnes' team. The Raptors have made it crystal clear that they are building a team around Scottie. That means you can expect that he's going to have the ball in his hands a lot, which is exactly what you want in a Roto League. I don't think he returns his 2.7 stocks from last year, but he should mitigate that with more scoring in his 4th season in the league. Moving on to number 4, we have Chet Holmgren. Is it fair to call him Wemby Light? Now, I'm sure that Chet would find that somewhat insulting as he embarks on a career that's going to be compared to Wembanyama for years to come. For fantasy purposes, that's what you can expect from Chet. He's going to be in the top 10 in the league for blocks this year, and couple that with being one of the secondary options on offense, and you're going to get a great player that you should draft if he happens to drop to the 3rd round. Moving on to number 3, we have LeBron James. Now, LeBron turns 40 this season. Let that sink in for a minute. I turned 44 in the summer, and where I've kept up my physical activity over the years, there's absolutely no way that I could even fathom playing basketball at an elite level with the strongest and fastest players to ever grace the hardwood. And if the Lakers remain in contention, LeBron's going to play enough games to warrant a 2nd round pick in Roto. Let's go to number 2. We have Kevin Durant. KD is a risk in round 1 as you need him to be healthy to return 1st round value. Father Time is of course not on his side, but like LeBron James, I'm not really expecting KD to regress too much. He has a skill set best suited for Roto as he contributes in every category and he excels in his efficiency. KD is going to be looking for another 50, 40, 90 season once again as he cements his legacy as one of the best scorers the league has ever seen. And finally, at number 1, we have Jason Tatum. Tatum's floor is what you're drafting here. He should be off the board before the end of the first round. You'll want to see Tatum's field goal percentage get closer to 49% because of the volume of shots that he takes, but other than that, there really isn't much to dislike about his game. The Celtics are a well-oiled machine, and with Tatum at the helm, he's going to be returning as the main focal point on offense again this season. And that's going to do it here for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like on the video and, of course, subscribe to the channel for more content like this. I'm going to sign off for now, but I will catch you guys on the next episode.